Alright, the title of this video is going to be something like Self-sabotage is for everyone. And I want it to be a little comical. You can laugh at my learning. That's the point. I have been recording videos every day, every couple days, talking through things I'm thinking of, stuff I'm dealing with, projects, and then I haven't been uploading them. So I think to me that says self-sabotage. The point of being on YouTube is sharing what you're going through and your unique niche, something about your personality, something you love, something you enjoy. I love that quote that says, the man who enjoys walking will always go further than the man who's trying to reach a specific destination. The man who enjoys the journey will always get further than the man who's obsessed with a certain result. And sorry about that. I have been not only loving this journey, but hating this journey too. Because it's not comfortable. It's not comfortable to deal with myself. What kind of journey am I on? I'm on a phase 2 journey. If you're new to the channel, my name is Ezra. I am 28 years old. I'm a father, a husband, and this YouTube channel is obviously brand new, but it marks a point in my life where I'm questioning things about the world, and more than just someone who is a rebellious person with self-interest that defeats the sort of purpose for being alive, which we can get to later. But without trying to overcomplicate anything, which I have a tendency to do in words, I am trying to figure out, I'm trying to grow, really. I'm trying to have more experiences. I'm trying to have different experiences than what I've currently had. Nice. And while there's been some tremendous joy in my experience so far, there's also been tremendous hardship, tremendous pain, and some of that persists. So yeah, I'm trying to become more of the person who I love, and also let go of more of the person that I'm not. The person that I have been because I felt like I should have been, or that the pressure of the society on me said I should be somebody who I do not enjoy being. This YouTube channel is all about living, really. It's about living. To give you some context on what my life is like, I thought I would be in a very different place in some ways. 5 years ago, 10 years ago, I thought I would be in a very different place. I have to be careful because I don't want to sound like the latest, greatest kind of like storybook guru. I'm not here trying to prove anything or sell anything. This is entirely for me. This one-on-one is entirely for me. I need this to my fucking core. I need to express what I'm feeling to my core. And the speaking about it helps me either just get through the thought and just get it out and just move on to the next actual action step in what I'm doing, or it actually helps me realize that I should maybe shift my direction and I could ask either a different question. Maybe what I'm doing isn't as important to me as I thought it was initially, and that's happened. That's definitely happened to me. Also, I hope to establish a community and meet more like-minded individuals who want to share their progressive journey throughout life. Because honestly, I think it's weird not to want to share. This is the conclusion I've drawn over the last few years. Everybody who I meet who doesn't want to share what they're doing has some sort of concept about the world that makes it look like whatever they have, they had to like wrestle for or cheat their way to or work so hard for that it seems like they're barely hanging on, and they just have this interpretation of life like it's some sort of limited thing which everybody has to just like get and lock up. And I don't get that. That's not my vibe. It's not attractive to me. I don't believe that. I believe life is limitless. I believe there is no cap on what's possible, not only for people in their development, but also just in like what we perceive to be reality around us. I'm a natural question asker. I don't know. There's definitely been things throughout my life which I realize are connected to something in my childhood, and they may or may not serve me right now, so I'm trying to get to the bottom of that. But also, I question the narrative. I have never really been somebody to fit into the mainstream. In any idea whatsoever. I'm just drawn to alternative stuff, alternative ideas, and I like to kind of make my own path wherever I go. I have a tendency to reject authority figures because in my experience, there has been very few truthful ideas which are not associated with some sort of like package or something that's trying to be pushed on you. And I get that that's just part of the times we're in, and I can't control when I was born. But I like to think life is actually really simple, and there's actually just a few things that one can focus on, and that the few things, if done well, can fill a life and actually overflow that cup so that there's abundance, so that we experience abundance. So, the other thing this YouTube channel is for is sharing what I love. And right now, I love mountain biking and movement. These are the things that I would travel over anywhere in the world and be able to talk about and find community anywhere in the world. People who value and intentionally give effort to feeling good, movement, having movement, some sort of simple or complex or whatever, it doesn't matter, movement practice as part of their day, as part of their lives, and or someone who loves to bike, specifically mountain biking. And I find that while there is obviously a lot more that one can love, I just don't have a fire for something else right now. There are a couple other things that are meaningful, but they're not necessarily a what's the term that I'm looking for? They're not necessarily well, actually, I take that back. Let me just say them. The other things are being married, being a husband, and being a father. And I suppose in the same category, being a brother, being a son, basically just relationships, I guess. I love to speak to people about the relationships that matter to them. I love to ask why, like what's so incredible about that relationship? Because people connecting to other people is it's a magical thing to witness, and it's a magical thing to be a part of. And there's no end to the love and the joy and the energy available person to person like that. What else? I am a farmer, literally a farmer. I grew up on a dairy farm, so I don't currently live there. I would like to move back to the family farm. It's still in business and it's still functioning. It's a small dairy farm. I would talk to anybody around the world about farming, and I would connect about, relatively speaking, about farming. On a small or large scale, I think I would be able to connect to somebody. And I think that about sums it up. That's 5 or 6 things. But that's, at 28, that's what I feel most fire about in my soul. All this bullshit about money collection, career path, like certain skill sets. I mean, some of it's interesting, but none of it even comes close to the incredible love and energy and passion I feel in my heart of hearts for those other 5 or 6 things. And maybe that's it. Maybe that is the best of life right there. It's just finding what you love and doing it. And doing it. Finding what you love and doing it. You know, there are so many songs written about do what you love and call it work, or some kind of version of that. Do what you love and call it work. But we all get sucked into this ridiculous thing called the 9 to 5, or maybe it's called a job, or maybe it's just it's trying to look cool, or it's trying to be someone that you think will earn more claps and approval and status points and likes on Instagram. But it does not amount to any substance of actual peace and well-being and happiness. And I basically want to shred and let go of as much of that BS as I can in my life. That's what this YouTube channel is really about when it comes down to it. It's really about letting go of the bullshit. Man, letting go of the bullshit feels good, though. I'll tell you that. It feels so good. And talking about it feels good too, but frickin' doing it, man. Frickin' doing it feels like unbelievably good. So yeah, I'll talk more about phase 2, but I just wanted to hop on. Now I gotta actually upload this fucking thing, which I will do. I don't know what I'm gonna call it. We'll see what comes to me. All right, next one.